Good morning. Enjoy your Dunkin' Donuts today. Love Dunkin' Donuts. You got to get there. Great deals. Good morning. Good morning. We're going to do the daily for all signs. What message is there for each sign? What message are we at? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Angela. Artha, good morning. How are you? Good morning. Hopefully the notifications went out. Hopefully. You should get at least 16, 20 people in the room. Catherine, hello. Robin, good morning. Good morning, all. Good morning. Grand Rising. Grand Rising. Good morning, Lindsay. Hey, Shares. What's up? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Donations are welcomed, but not mandatory. Good morning, Denise. Good morning. How are you today? Did you go to the gym this morning? Nia, thank you for joining. Good morning. Good morning. You're welcome, Lindsay. I saw it and I thought of you, and I said, let me send that right away. Let me send that right away. Yes, I do, Robin. Matter of fact, I have a special right now. Normally, my readings are 200 for 30 minutes. Then I had them marked down to 165 for 30 minutes. But the last few days, they're at 125 for 30 minutes. That is the lowest that they'll ever go. So it is 125 for 30 minutes, roughly 30, sometimes 45 minutes, depending on what's needed. But it is either Zoom or over the phone, whichever you prefer. So I brought them down immensely. But that price only is good for today. I will not offer the 125 tomorrow because today's the third day I offered it. And like I said, normally my readings are 200. Now, they do not include mediumship readings for 125. That does not include mediumship. Not at all. Mind you, I'm not really your tarot reader. I am a psychic. Not by chosen. It is not chosen. It's just what came. Wasn't my plan. I guess it was Spirit's plan. God's plan. Was not my plan to be able to do all that. It's actually quite exhausting. But it is beneficial for me. It benefits me by helping other people. Helping other people get resolutions. Helping people make right decisions. Things of that nature. Hold on one second. I'm not going anywhere. Just hold on one second. Oh, okay. Lindsay? 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 Check your WhatsApp. Lindsay? Thank you, Lindsay. Sounds like Medea talking to Helen. Teresa, hello. Good morning. Thank you, Lindsay. Yeah, let's put that on everything. Yeah, well, you know, you got to know kind of like when to hold them and when to fold them, so to speak. I get a lot of people's anxiety, and I have to make sure that it's not my anxiety. So when you're picking up energy from other people, you're going to feel it in your chest, and that means it's not yours. So if you're feeling panic here, that means you're picking up somebody else's energy or anxiety. When you feel it in your stomach, that's when it's yours. So then you know you need to go meditate and calm yourself down. But when it's in your chest area, that's when you know for sure that it's not yours. So wait for a couple more people to get in the room. Please hit the like button if you've come in the room so I can get my like button up, which doesn't cost anything, just to hit the like button for me, please. Please do that so that I can get started with the daily. The numbers are too off for me to get started. Having OCD like I do, the numbers got to be closer in balance. Thank you, Cher. Thank you. Susan, thank you. Lucerne, good morning. Good morning. All right, you guys. Thank you for hitting the like button. I appreciate that. Thank you if you came in the room for hitting the like button. I definitely need that to be closer in balance. So again, please, if you've come in the room, sometimes you got to go out of the chat to hit the like button and come back in. Please, if you need to do that, please. I'm sorry for the inconvenience that YouTube caused us for that, but could you please? I'll just wait another 3 minutes till we're in 10 minutes, and then I'll get started. Went and got my blood work done this morning. You can see. I got my blood work done this morning. Hopefully the results are good. Find out in a couple days, I guess. On the 24th, I'll find out. On the 20th. I actually start on the 20th, but today I go get my fingerprints done. And I have to take a CPR class and stuff like that. $13.13, perfect. I'm going to start right now. Okay, loving it. All right. All signs, starting off with fire signs. You ready? Oh. Fingerprints on my glasses. I don't know why. I never touched the glass part. Okay, fire signs. Starting off with the sign of Aries, of course. Now, mind you, I'm going to have tarot cards here, but that's for your visual. That's for you to see. That's something for you to look at other than my face constantly. Aries, you have the 8 of Wands today. Thank you, Teresa. So you have the 8 of Wands, Aries. You're quite busy, I see. But that's a good thing. Because when Aries sits too still, it's overwhelming for them. They're very antsy. They need to keep busy and productive. You're definitely making good strides right now. It's kind of like strike while the iron is hot. In other words, why things are going good, why things are in your favor, why you have the ability, why you have the blessings, why you have the financial security. Step into it. Do whatever it is you're trying to do. You're closer to your goal than you think, Aries. You're actually getting closer to your goal than you think. For some of you, you got to be mindful of where your energy needs to be placed. Be mindful. Some of you are putting energy into a place that's dead, that's not existing, that's not going to, it's not going to come back to life. Whatever that situation is, there's something that ended that you need to just let it go, stop putting your energy into it, and put that more back in a more wiser place, a place where it'll be more beneficial, okay? There's definitely speed and action here, movement here for Aries. There's also going to be swift changes coming up. So be prepared, all right? Again, these are just daily messages. Leo. Leo, you have the Ace of Cups. So finally, Leo, good news is coming your way. You're finally seeing a situation or a relationship the way that you intended. You were afraid to take a risk or a chance, Leo, on something, whether it's putting yourself all into your job, putting yourself into a relationship, maybe even investing in yourself, Leo. But it's very important now that you see that love is all around you. You have a lot of compassion and a lot of creativity. Don't be afraid to use it. Also, Leo, another offer or an opportunity is coming to you. A grade is also coming. So something you're being judged on. I don't know what that is, but it's in your favor. Leos, stick to your routine and everything will go or flow. I'm sorry, tongue twister, say twice. Will flow smoothly, okay? Everything will flow smoothly. Please stick to your routine. The minute you jump off of your patterns because you think you got it, because you think you're good, because you get too cocky or confident in your situation, and you start lapsing or getting too comfortable, and then you stop trying. So, Leo, stay on your path. Stay focused. It's not time for a break yet. Keep going. Keep going. All right? Sagittarius. Saggies, listen. You got the Three of Cups. Now, listen, I hate more than anything as a reader to talk about third-party shit. But unfortunately, so many of us, including myself, have been in a situation that creates a situationship instead of a relationship. But for some of you, you're choosing to stay. I'm just going to say a prayer for you. Because when you finally can step back from that situation and look at it in a different angle, at a different angle, with a different perspective, you're really going to shake your head like you should have left a long time ago. I'm telling you, you're going to regret staying. For those of you that resonates for. Others of you that is not involved with some bullshit, you'll be socializing. There's a gathering coming up within the next 10 days or so. There is some joyful moments, some happiness. It's more like Thanksgiving, maybe it is. It could be for some of you. For some of you, it could be a baby shower coming up. Bridal shower, baby shower, engagement party, birthday party, anniversary. Something is coming up that you're going to be invited to, or you're attending, or it is for you. All right. We are on air signs. Gemini, you're moving to calmer waters. It's almost done. Whatever you're struggling with, whatever you thought you couldn't handle, whatever you thought you couldn't take anymore, whatever felt so overwhelming to you, it's dissolving as I speak. It's dissolving. And that's why, in fact, you have the Six of Swords. Because you're deciding to remove yourself from a situation that's no longer serving you. Maybe there was a hardship here. For some of you, there were regrets about a choice or decision. Thank you for sharing that, Crystal. We haven't gotten to Scorpio yet. For some of you, you're running away from something. You don't want to have to deal with it. For some of you, you might be wanting to leave home. For some of you, please think carefully before you decide to pack and go. Please have a plan in place, because it is a very big and scary world out there. It is not what you think. For some of you, you may be traveling overseas. For some of you, listen, the storm is just ending. So if you give it a minute to settle, let everything settle, you'll be able to see more clearly the direction that you need to go in. You're trying to make choices and decisions right now out of either anger, out of fear, out of disappointment. You're going to try to run from something that you actually can't run from because it's within you. So everywhere you go, it's with you. So you can go states and states away. And as soon as you calm and settle, you're going to realize you're still feeling the same way. You can't run from what's in you. You need to work on that. All right. Libra. Michelle says, I want to leave home. Gem, North Node. Take your time. Take your time. All right, Libra. You have the Devil card. Libra. Either you're cheating on your food, on your diet, on your program. It's okay if you do one cheat as far as like a snack or whatever, but you've been doing this a little too often, and I'm guilty. I'm a Libra. I'll take it. I'm guilty. For some of you, you got to focus more on your shadow self. For some of you Libras, you have an attachment. You have an attachment issue. You actually have a codependency that you don't know how to break. A lot of you are like, what? Codependency? Yeah. Yeah. For some of you, I need you to read about codependency. I need you to read about it and find out where and what relationships you are doing this with. Some of you are like, I don't have to. Stop saying you don't have it and go read the definition. For some of you, you're dealing with temptation. You're wanting to go back to destructive behaviors and patterns. You're wanting to go back to something because it's so familiar, because it's more manageable to you than starting new or fresh. Change is very difficult for Libras. Very difficult. Again, I'm a Libra. I know what I'm talking about. Libras, you like what's toxic because you want to try to balance it out. You want to try to fix it. Because Libra is, in fact, the scales, right? Scales of justice. The scales of always trying to find a way to make something fit or work. As you're putting this puzzle together, this piece, you keep trying to shove in the space that doesn't want it. It doesn't fit. It's not for that space, that person, or that thing that you're trying to make fit in your life. It doesn't belong there. It's just like when you put a foreign object in your body, and your body pushes it back out. Whether it's pins, screws, rods in your back, whatever you got going on, your body tries to get rid of it. It's like, this is foreign to me. This doesn't belong in here. Well, the same thing is happening around your heart with a situation. It doesn't belong to you. It never did. You like to believe that it did, but it never actually did. Or it wouldn't be the way that it is now, Libra. Ooh, that was a tough one for Libras. Thank you, Spirit. All right, Aquarius, you have the Sun card. It's funny, different air signs, different messages, right? All right, so Aquarius, you have a lot of vitality, a lot of excitement, a lot of joy, a lot of zoom, a lot of emphasis, a lot of warmth. You're wanting to celebrate. You're happy with your success. You're moving forward. You're making achievements. You're setting new goals. Okay, so you don't have a whole lot of friends around you. I hear you. I get it. But the ones you do have, even if it's one or two, is better than having 10 that aren't really your friends. See, the one or two that you have, Aquarius, are the ones that want to ride with you on the good rides and the bad rides. The other 8, they only want the good rides, something they can benefit from. So technically, you're really batting 1,000 where friends are concerned, because you do have that one good friend that you can trust. Yeah. So today, you'll be opening up about your feelings or emotions to someone that you're very close to, something you want to express to them. You're afraid to be judged, but they will not judge you. They will not. Okay, water signs, Cancer. You have the 3 of Pentacles. Cancer, with the 3 of Pentacles. Some of you may wanting to get counseling. Some of you may be going to a church. Some of you may be trying to build something. Somebody may have some skills that they're working on and needing help with. Somebody may be in school and need a tutor. These long-term goals that you're trying to reach is going to give you the rewards you're searching for. You're going to have to make sure you're collaborating or you're getting involved with teamwork. Sometimes you can't just shine by yourself. Sometimes you need the other people to help support you, encourage you to do it together. You are learning at this time. All right? Everything is starting to come together. It is starting to come together. All right? So don't panic. Don't ignore the talents of others around you either. Okay? And don't get jealous. There's not a competition. There is not a competition. Continue to collaborate to get that last push towards your final goal. Okay? Ask others to step in and help you to achieve what it is that you don't want to achieve or do on your own. All right? All right. What sign are you on now? Pisces. We're on Pisces. All right, Pisces. 8 of Pentacles. So Pisces, you are putting the work in. There's no doubt about it. And you have been. You may feel like you're not getting anywhere. Like, I'm doing all this work. I'm doing all this overtime. I'm trying really hard, but I'm not really getting anywhere. For some of you, it's your spending. You need to be careful of your spending, Pisces. If you can just hold off. Take a certain amount of money out a week. Don't keep using that debit card everywhere you go, because before you know it, you have nothing left. Give yourself an allowance and say, this is what I can spend for the week. That's it. And be strict with yourself. You'll find that you're not spending half as much. Don't bring your debit card everywhere you go with you. Don't do it, because it's too easy. Just like a charge card. Charge it. It's too easy. And before you know it, you got yourself in a big hole. All right? Because all this work that you're doing, you want it to pay off. You want it to be worth your while. But it's not going to be, because you're spending more than you're making. All right. Scorpio, you have the Hangman today. Scorpios have the Hangman today. Others may not understand the need for your sacrifice. But you see things differently as you walk the path alone, Scorpio. It may be time of indecision, but take time to breathe and internalize your choices before making any crucial decisions. Okay? It's definitely right now an indecisive period or mindset that you have. Unsure what to do. Unsure whether to let them in. Unsure whether to let them go. The biggest problem, Scorpio, is you put an expectation on somebody who cannot reach that level. Hey, Angel. For some of you, Scorpios, either you're hanging around and just waiting to see what happens next. You're keeping the door open for them, so when they freely want to come back, they can. You're giving them the revolving door, and then you wonder why they don't stay. You make it so easy for them to walk back in again. They don't have to put any work in. They can just come in. Just come on in. Screw me over again. Come on in. Break my heart again. Come on in. You don't have to earn your way back. Just come on in. When you get stung by a Scorpio or a scorpion, it's deadly. It's deadly. Scorpios, especially Scorpio men, know how to talk to you. They know how to wrap you around their finger. They know how to make you do anything to keep them. They know how to manipulate you. When you deal with Scorpio women know exactly what they want. They know exactly how to get it. They struggle to keep it. But at the same time, Scorpio women, their bite is the deadliest. When you screw or mess up with a Scorpio female, when she's done, period. On the other hand, when you're dealing with a Scorpio, sometimes they make you feel like they have secrets, and they may not, but they want you to think they do. Sometimes they want to play mind games with you. Sometimes they find out what your triggers are and they push them just to see how far you can go without blowing up at them. Sometimes your Scorpios will start an argument with you or say something that they know is going to create chaos, purposely, so they have an excuse to leave, so they have an excuse to walk away, because they get bored or they get tired. When they're not the main focus, or they're not the one being treated like spoiled and whatever, and they got to start doing that for you all the time, then they don't like it. Most Scorpios will have to benefit from whatever it is they're doing for you or with you. Most Scorpios look for what they can benefit in it. They'll always offer to help. Scorpios will always offer, especially males will offer to help. But they're definitely going to get something out of it. They're going to get something out of it. They're not going to do it for nothing. They're going to make it seem like they're just being this great person. They're going to be around other people, make that other people think, wow, they're really nice, they're really helpful. No, they got a motive. Be careful. They are, to me, Scorpio men are wolf in sheep's clothing. I'm sorry if somebody takes it personally. Oh, well, just my opinion. Just my opinion. But they, to me, they are a wolf in sheep's clothing. All right. Capricorn, it is time to rest and relax right now. You have the Four of Swords. It's time to rest and relax. It's time to get in that meditation. A lot of you are wondering why you can't get further, or why you can't clear your mind, or why you're filled with anxiety. You're not doing your meditation. Meditation only has to be start 5 minutes a day. 5 minutes a day, sit in a very calm, quiet place and just sit there with your eyes closed. Just quiet your mind. That's hard enough work on its own, just to quiet your mind, not think of anything. Focus on the sounds that you hear. Like I can hear the landscapers outside right now. So if I just focus on the landscapers, I'm not thinking all the crazy thoughts in my head. I'm not overthinking. I'm not creating a problem in my own mind. Hearing them landscapers or hearing a truck go by, that's not boosting my anxiety at all. But when my mind is racing and racing and racing, that is really effing me up. So when you need that minute, sit wherever you are. I don't care if you're on the bus, on the train, in the airplane, in the car, pull over, take a minute, put your hazard lights on, get off the road, make sure you're clear all the way over, get in the parking lot, take a minute. Just close your eyes, say, you know what, I got this. I'm okay. Take a minute. Make sure you check your surroundings. Open your eye up and peek around a minute. Because you're in the parking lot, you're by yourself, you want to be safe. So you make sure you look around and close your eyes for a minute. Look around again. Still good. Close your eyes for a minute. Look around again. Close your eyes for a minute. You're still good. Make sure you're always safe. Make sure your doors are always locked. Right? Taurus. Queen of Cups today. Taurus has the Queen of Cups. You are feeling a little bit sensitive and intuitive today. It's like you've attuned yourself to the emotional needs of others. So right now you're feeling this, like it's like being empathic. You're feeling everybody's energy around you. You may be mixing it up with your own energy too, so be careful with that, Taurus. But you are definitely being very sensitive, intuitive. You're kind of knowing what somebody's going to say before they say it. You can look at somebody in a room sitting before they even speak and know they got something on their mind. Know that they need to talk about something. You are open spiritually, and you're definitely moved by the tragedy and the beauty of life. Both the tragedy and the beauty of life is what moves you. You never react with impatience, though, Taurus. You're always very calm, cool, and collective. So there are going to be people in your path today that you are going to get involved with, that you're going to intervene with, that you're going to want to assist or help, or even just listen. Sometimes you guys knowing that when your best friend calls or somebody contacts you or somebody needs you, sometimes they don't need you to fix nothing. Sometimes they just need you to listen. They just need you to listen. Hi, Tammy. Okay, Virgos, last up. Virgos, and then we're going to do a message for the room. So be patient. Please hit the like button if you come in. So we have the Queen of Pentacles for Virgo. You are nurturing what you have. You are definitely nurturing what you have. You're feeling at peace in one aspect. You feel confident that you're okay. You're pretty stable in a situation. You may be helping out or working with a parent that's working. You always have this maternal instinct. Like you might be the grandmother, you might be the aunt, the godmother, you may not be the actual parent, but your maternal instinct always steps up and steps in. But sometimes, for those of you who are in a role where you're helping out maybe with your grandchildren or doing whatever, sometimes just let the parent be the parent. Because sometimes too many chiefs and not enough Indians confuses the children. Sometimes you're thinking that you have to scream at the top of your lungs to get somebody's attention. If you have to do that, then you're doing something wrong. It's not the kids. It's you're doing something wrong. You should be able to walk into a room and just look at those children, and they know immediately, oh, I better cut that shit out. You're not giving the right message across. You're showing them how to be dysfunctional. You're showing them how you don't have control. That's exactly what you're showing them, that you don't have control. You decide what you want them to think when they look at you. They want to think respect. They want to think they better listen. They want to think that you're being serious. And they also want to think that they're loved and they're cared about, which is why you enforce rules. So whoever that's for, probably very dysfunctional, right, Tammy? All right. So a message for the room. A message for the room. You have the Page of Cups for the room. The room gets the Page of Cups. Why? You say, why do I get the Page of Cups? You already have what it is that you need. Some of you feel like, what? No, I don't. I do not have what I need. I am in financial burden. I am in emotional stress. I am a single. I don't want to be. I'm this, I'm that. I'm going to tell you again. You have exactly what you need to get through. You have the resources. You have the information. You have the knowledge. You have the heart. You have the belief. You have the faith. And you have the strength. For some of you right now struggling to see what it is or to understand exactly what it is that you're looking at. When I say what you're looking at, I'm talking about the situation in front of you. The goal perhaps that you're trying to reach. The problem you're trying to resolve. Maybe you're wanting to change something. Maybe you know, like, hey, the new year's coming. My New Year's resolutions this year, I'm going to make them different. I'm actually going to follow them more than a day. I really want my life to change. You can't sit here like me or anybody else and say, I want my life to change, but I'm going to keep doing the same shit. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different outcome. It's never going to happen. If you're arguing the same with your partner, if you're putting expectations on them the way you always did, if you're choosing not to communicate, you pick and choose your battles, people. Pick and choose your battles. Some things, because you're just frustrated, you want to find the littlest, stupidest shit to fight about, to argue about. Before you start picking at something or making an accusation or picking a fight or judging somebody or complaining about the way they butter their toast or the way that they didn't wipe up the counter or whatever. Really? Pick and choose your battles. Hey, Ray. I'm sorry. Hey, Ray. I was going to say Roy. Roy and Ray at the same time. Hey, Ray. So when we look at the Page of Cups, and again, the Page of Cups is like you're looking at what you have, but you're not sure what to make of it. Like, yeah, okay, I know what I have. Yeah, okay, I have a place to live, and I have a job, and I have a checking account, and I have a little bit in my savings, and I have a pretty decent car, and okay. So you see what you have. You know that you're stable. Maybe you don't have everything you want, but you sure have everything that you need. The first thing in the morning you want to do is wake up and be grateful for what you do have, for the fact that you can get up and go to work. It shouldn't be a mindset where, I got to go to work today. No, you get to go to work today. Other people don't have that job, a job. Maybe you don't have the perfect job. Maybe you don't have the perfect boss. Maybe your coworkers are assholes. Maybe you really hate it at work. But at the end of the day, you cash that, or at the end of the week or whatever, 2 weeks, you cash that check, right? You don't hate that check when it comes. When that check comes, your mindset tells you, well, phew, that was worth it. At least I got my paycheck. I could pay my bills. I could stay here another month now. It's so easy to pick apart other people. It's so easy to point the finger about they should have done it this way. They should have done it that way. If we all thought the exact same, if we all liked the same things, if we always spoke the same words, if we always ate the same foods, if we always wore the same clothes, this would be a pretty boring life. You wouldn't even really want to meet anybody else because they're just, whether you meet 10 people or one person, everybody's going to say the same thing, do the same thing, wear the same thing, have the same thing to talk about. So what's really going to be different other than the way they look? What's going to be different about them? Variety is very important. Diversity is very important. It doesn't mean that you have to go along with other people's religions or beliefs. It doesn't mean that. But you do have to respect them because that's how they choose to live their life. That's their choice. It means you don't have to live with them. You don't have to go to church with them. You don't have to abide by their rules. That's for them to do. But a lot of us need to start loving each other more. And I don't mean intimately that way. What I mean is just caring. Here's an example. Last night I was at the laundromat because my bed covers can't fit into my washing machine. So I said, let me take the mattress cover and my big down comforter because they're both white, and let me take them and buy a bottle of bleach and really bleach them up good and make them smell nice and clean and all that. So I'm at the laundromat and I put my stuff into the washer, and I didn't really know how to work the machines and stuff because I don't go to the laundromat that often. I think I was there maybe I think it was like every 3-4 months I go and wash my comforters on the outside. Even though my sheets, I never really touch the comforters, but I don't know, dust or whatever. So I just wash them. Anyway, the lady that was working in there, of Indian descent, beautiful, sweet, kind lady, very helpful. I didn't know what to do, how to get the card, purchase the card, and then how to put the money on the card. It was too technical for me. I was like, oh, God help me. She came over, grabbed both of my cards, and just did it. Then she went over to the washing machine, put my stuff in with me, and then she set the machine. She said, do you want hot water? I said, yeah, very hot. Hot as she got. Hot water. I put my bleach in, my laundry soap in. I brought my Snuggle fabric softener sheets to put in the dryer. Anyway, so she helped me get all that started, said I had 43 minutes to waste. I said, okay, great. I haven't eaten. Let me go around the corner here and just walk over like to the next building and get a slice of pizza. Of course, pizza, right? It's my favorite. So I get a slice of fresh mushrooms on it. So I got one slice. I didn't get nothing to drink. I just got the pizza. And I started to eat it on the way out of the door. I'm walking outside because it was pretty nice last night. Plus I had a jacket on. And I'm walking, and there's this man, and he's sitting over by where the bus drops people off. And he's got those little tasty cakes. You know, the crimpets, butterscotch crimpets. So there's 2 in a pack. And I'm watching him. I love to watch people. So I'm watching him. And he opened up the pack and he took one out and he shoved the whole thing in his mouth. Chewed it so fast, opened up his soda bottle, took a drink and swished it down. I'm like, whew. Then he went to the next one and did the same thing with the second one. Real fast. Chewed it maybe 3 times, took a drink and swished it down. Man, he must be starving. And he looked like he had a book bag with him or whatever, backpack. And I said to him, excuse me, sir, Can I buy you a slice of pizza? He said, no, I'm good. I'm good. I said, really, I don't mind. I'd really like to, if you don't mind. He said, no, I'm good. Thanks. Thanks anyway. Okay. So I didn't say anything else because he may be living on the streets and he may not have good mental health. So you have to be careful, especially in the area that I was in. It's not so great of an area. Not good at all, usually. A lot of gunshots over that way. But anyway, long story short, after I walked away from him, and I stood back about 10 feet from him because I didn't want to intimidate him, I turned around to go walk in, and I walked between these cars, and I heard somebody kind of gagging. I'm thinking, what is that? And I looked on the side of the car. There's an older woman, probably in her early 70s, on the ground, laying on the ground. She's gagging and passing gas and gagging and passing gas. I'm like, what the hell? So I said, ma'am, are you okay? She just looked at me. She started going like this. I said, are you having chest pains? Does your chest hurt? Because I don't think she spoke English. And she's like, yes. And I'm like, oh, God. And so I asked her name. I was like, ¿Cómo te llamo? And she told me her name. And I said, where's your purse? Is this your car? Because she was laying right near a car. I said, is this your car? And I'm pointing to the car. She's saying, yes. I said, do you have the keys? She showed me the keys. So I got the keys. I got the purse. I told her I was going to look for her ID. I got her ID. I showed it to her. I called 911, told them who was there. Another girl came over who spoke Spanish and helped interpret for me. She said she was on blood pressure medicine. She said she had taken her medicine today, but she said she had started to feel dizzy. She felt very sick to her stomach. Her heart was hurting. Her chest was hurting. And she had shortness of breath. And she couldn't walk anymore. She just collapsed. So the police finally came. And I showed the police that I got her pocketbook out of the car. And then I showed him her ID. He took the information down. I saw her cell phone. And I took her cell phone to see recent contacts. And when I went to recent, it said my son. But the Spanish girl next to me, it was in Spanish. So she read it and said, it said my son. So I dialed that and called him and told him that his mother was on the ground sick, and I found her. The ambulance are taking her to the local hospital, told him where it was at. And then he asked my name and I hung up. So then the police thanked me. I had done her respirations. I had done her pulse. I'd gotten a lot of information for them about her, what she was allergic to, what medication she was currently taking, what her symptoms were, what her date of birth was, all that good stuff. So the officer thanked me for helping out. The lady told the Spanish girl in Spanish that so many people walked past her and left her there on the ground. They saw her sick and laying there on the ground. I'm like, are you kidding me? Listen, like I said, it's a very bad neighborhood. So maybe certain characters you'd be afraid to go near if somebody looked like they were high on drugs or drunk or, looked like they had a weapon or looked like they'd be violent or was talking aggressive or something. Yeah, I could see walking around from them. I would still call the police for them or an ambulance for them from a distance, but I wouldn't have approached them. But this was a little old lady on the ground. Just didn't make no sense. Why she felt so bad that so many people walked past her. So, like I said, you got to pick and choose your battles. You got to pick and choose what's worth an argument, what's not. Sometimes you got to choose you or them. Most of the time, you should choose you. Compromising, there's nothing wrong with compromising. There's nothing wrong with meeting somebody halfway. Never. There's nothing wrong with even going a little above and beyond halfway. Oh, thank you, Tammy. If you really love that person that you're with, you're going to do everything you can to make that work. But that does not mean to accept, to be mistreated, to be abused, to be neglected. to be taken advantage of, to be manipulated, lied, beaten, emotionally, physically, mentally. That's all not okay. Listen, we don't all wake up with big smiles on our face. I know I don't. I don't. Stay away from me until I have my coffee, until I took care of my dog. Once my dog is good, I took my medicine and my coffee, and I'm approachable, very approachable. But it better be a damn emergency if you're trying to get me before that. It really better be a 911 emergency, because that's the only way that you're going to get me to talk. In the morning, I will greet you with good morning. Good morning. And I'm still walking to the kitchen to get my medicine, to make my coffee, to feed my dog. Even my grandmother, when my grandmother lived here with me, or my mother was here, or my aunt was living here, they say, "Good morning, Helen. How'd you sleep last night?" I said, "I'm good, thank you." "And you?" They said, "Good," and I kept walking. And they knew my aunt would always go to my grandmother. "She's got to get her coffee first. Don't say nothing else, Helen." Because my grandma's name was Helen, too. So she'd say, "She's got to get her coffee first. Don't say nothing else, Helen. Let her get her coffee." So they knew. And they knew once I had my coffee, I'm going to do anything in the world for you. I'm going to do anything in this world for you. I just asked for 5 minutes. 5 minutes, that's it. Too funny. Yeah. Exactly. So anyway, wish me luck. Like I said, I got my blood work done this morning. I was there. I got there at 7 o'clock, thinking they open up at 7, right? I'm like, oh, the sooner I get this done, I got my coffee and my breakfast. I'm dying for my coffee. And I get there and I go to the doors. I go in the doors. They open up automatically. I said to the girl, "Excuse me, I need to get my blood work done." She's your name, okay, Helen Harris. And what doctor you see? I said, "Floyd." Okay, so she goes, oh, they don't start doing blood work till 8. 8, like an hour from now. She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, ugh. I should have stayed asleep. Should have stayed asleep longer because I'm hungry. I want my coffee. I did take my pills. I took my pills with water. And I told her I took my pills. But man, when you're just sitting there and there was nobody else in the parking lot, you're just sitting there and you're waiting. You know you got an hour to wait. I'm like, oh boy. I should have came on here and did some videos, but again, I didn't have my coffee yet. So without my coffee, I didn't want to call anybody and text them and say good morning to the people that I know are awake that early. I didn't want to call them. I don't want to talk to anybody before I have my coffee and stuff. And then I know I got to get a needle to get my blood drawn. Oh, boy. I'm in the parking lot trying not to be anxious. I'm saying my prayers in the parking lot. And then I went back in again. And I said to the lady, "Is there a slip I can sign to get in line? Because I know when people come in, they sign on this paper, and I don't want to be the last one since I'm the first one here." So she put a paper out, and I signed my name, so I got to be the first one. Yeah, Tabby, it did. It felt like forever. So I went back in it. I saw people start pulling in the parking lot. I went outside and had a cigarette, right? So I said, well, if I can't eat, at least I can smoke. And I'm outside, and I see people starting to pull up in the parking lot, so I better go in. So I went in and sat down. And they all thought that they got in before me, because they walked in the door before me. I was already in there and signed my name on the paper. So as soon as the lady came out to draw the blood at 8 o'clock, exactly 8 o'clock, she came out that door. And they said, "Helen Harris?" And I stood right up. And then one lady was sitting over here. She looked at me like she was mad. I was like, "I was here first. I got here first. I've been here since 7 o'clock, lady." And she goes, oh, I didn't know. She said, "I thought I was the first one." I said, "Was your name the first one on the list? Or when you signed underneath of me, didn't you see a name there?" She didn't say nothing. I thought, I'm being nice, lady, as nice as I could be without coffee and stuff. You trust me, I don't want to go to jail today. I don't want to go to jail today. Especially without my coffee. I'm going to have my coffee before I go to jail. And a cigarette. Oh, Tabby, thank you. Oh, you're sweet. Oh. But I'll tell you, it was so funny. It was so funny. It was comical. Comical. It was comical. Then I saw this lady. She was on this video talking about she went on this blind date. And she met this guy there. And he kept talking about all the girls that he dated so far off of the internet. She said he told her that they were all gold diggers. And she said she was in Panama City. And he said, what? She said, why were they gold diggers? He said, well, they wanted a keychain. And they wanted me to buy him a cup of coffee. And she looked at him like, oh, okay, like that made them gold diggers. Okay, a $6 keychain, and she said a discounted beach towel that was $8, and she said, or a cup of coffee. She said like $4. She said, and that's a gold digger? Oh, okay. So she said that they were walking up and down the, I guess like a boardwalk type of thing at different restaurants, and she said there was this machine that he reached in and grabbed a free coupon book. And she thought, oh, okay, we're going to be thrifty today. So she said, you're taking me out on a date, so to speak, and you're going to use coupons. Okay, no problem. So she said she didn't say nothing. And then she said that he was looking in the book and saw that there was 3 coupons or 2 coupons for this one place. So he said, let's go eat here. You hungry? She said, yeah. So they went to this place to go eat, and they were sitting there talking. And she said, and by the way, his picture on the dating app did not look like who he was when he showed up. She said, but I thought, okay, he just used a lot of filters. She said, but I'll let him go with that. So then, hold on, let me move over here. So she said he just used a lot of filters, and you know, she was okay with it. He wasn't that bad looking, but he wasn't all that great neither, she said, but she'd wait and see if he was really nice and whatever. So they're sitting down at the restaurant, and he's looking at the menu and said, boy, these prices are really high. And she's thinking, oh, God. And then he's looking through his coupon book. He goes, but look, I got a coupon that says buy one meal, get $2 off or $4 off the next meal. So so she's like thinking to herself, okay. She said, and when they went to sit down, the waitress put them to the table, and she got in first and sat, and then he tried to sit right next to her, and she goes, oh, no, sweetie, I want you to sit across from me so I can get a better on look at you. She said, get a good look at that handsome face. But she didn't really mean that. She just wanted him to sit over there, like he wanted to crowd and sit right next to her. And she wanted to be able to get out and when she wanted to. So they're sitting there, like I said, at the table, and he finally picked something to eat. And he waited to hear what she picked because it was buy the same entree and get the coupon with the discount off. So he couldn't order until she ordered first, so he could order the same thing and get a percentage off. So she just was shaking her head at this point. So he said, I know you're a nice person. He said, I can tell you're not a gold digger. And she said, well, how do you know? I could be one. And he goes, no. He said, I can tell. He said, because we walked up and down all these shops, and you never asked me to buy you one thing. He said, not a keychain, not a towel, not nothing. And she goes, yeah, them keychains, those $6 keychains could be very expensive. She said, $6. She said, I can see where they're gold digging you. So she said she was just shaking her head and shaking her head. So finally she told him, after she got done eating, he said, oh, when you get back from she's going to go to the restroom. He said, oh, when you get back from the restroom, we'll take care of this bill. We'll take care of this bill. And she was like, we'll? So she said she had to go out toward the front, toward that way where you go out the doors. And she had already on her phone under the table while he was eating and stuff. She said his face never came up for air. He was eating like this the whole time. Never once looked up and said anything. So she was able to call an Uber to come and pick her up. So she got the Uber to be there exactly the time. So when she walked out the door, she knew the Uber was there. That's when she said, I got to go to the bathroom. So she got to the bathroom. She went to, like she was going to the bathroom. He said, we'll take care of the check when you get back. She got in the car in the Uber, took off and went home. And then he texted her and said, hey, are you all right? I went toward the bathrooms and I can't find you. She said, that's because I left. I didn't want you to find out I'm a gold digger. And she left. It was so funny. Me too. Me too. But I laughed my ass off when at the end of the story, she said, he texted me and asked me where I'm at, that he went down the bathroom looking for me. And she told him that she left. She said, oh, I'm a gold digger. I might wanted one of them $6 keychains. I started laughing up so bad. I laughed really hard. It was so funny. But it is so true. You meet people on the internet and they put the filters so you can't really see who they are. And That's why, like on here, you'll see me some days with makeup, some days without it. Some days with my hair down, some days my hair up. TikTok, I love to use their filters. I think it's so much fun. It's like 20 years younger. It's like what I used to look like when I was younger. But you can still tell it's me. Even like here, no filter. So you can still tell it's me. So, but I would think if somebody came and met me that was completely opposite, like completely different than what they look like, no. Yeah, Denise, that's crazy, right? That's crazy. I mean, after you go out for a while, and we would use coupons. If you go to the Chinese buffet, it's pretty expensive. So if you take you get 20% off if you take this coupon. So it's worth it. Then you can leave the waitress a nice tip. But it's a buffet too, so you're only tipping her for her drinks that she's bringing to you and cleaning up your table. But oh, Francis is younger than you. That is cute. Hi, Shelly. But I laughed so bad. That story, if you didn't get to hear the story, play it back later. It's a hoot. It is a hoot. I was just dying. So anyway, if you're just coming in, we already did the daily. We did a message for the room. Pick and choose your battles. Take care of you. Choose you. Always choose you. Make sure you're not tolerating of being manipulated, taken advantage of, cheated on, emotionally, mentally, or physically abused. Any of that, get out now. Get out. And make sure you always have a safety plan. Even if you're meeting somebody for the first time, make sure you have a girlfriend. Have a girlfriend go sit in the restaurant too and sit a few tables down from where you are and let her be there so you have somebody there. Or, a lot of times I always say take an Uber there. Don't take your own vehicles because you don't want them to see your license plate. You don't want them to be able to find your house if you don't want them to. Never go straight home when you're leaving a place because they may follow you. You don't know what you're dealing with. People out there, unfortunately, are not all okay. There's too much shit that's been happening and has happened over and over. So be really careful with that. I'm surprised Sunny's not on. Usually Sunny will pop in. I don't see her. I don't see her. I don't see her. Oh, Tammy. Well, maybe you'll invite him to stay because it's a lot safer for you to have somebody there with you. And at least he'll know that you're going to school and you could use his support. I'm very proud of you, Tammy. Because regardless of what you're going through, you need to figure out how to make it work without one person leaving. You can't just keep having that break, that week or 2 week or 1 month break. You can't just keep doing that. Because if you get married, you can't do this and break up and separate. You can't do this. You got to figure out and agree that, you know what? We got to stop running from each other when there's a problem. We need to take a minute, time apart, like, you be in your room, I'll be over here. And then when it's calmed down, let's try to talk through this. Let's really listen to each other. Care about how I feel and I'll care about how you feel. And work through this. But no more leaving. No more leaving. Okay? No more suggesting it. No more saying, I think you should leave. Or why don't you just leave? Or get the hell out. No more of it. No more of it. That's got to be done. That's got to be done, or you're saying that you're not ready for marriage. YK517. If you hate the person and they hate you too, why are they even bothering with you? Why are they bothering with you? Why can't you avoid them? Do they live in the same house with you? If you don't like that person, you shouldn't be around them. And if you're a grown adult, then you can put a restraining order on that person and keep them legally away from you. But if it's just a kid thing, then if you don't respond to anything they do, eventually they'll just stop. If it's Leo, like Leo says, if it's on your YouTube or something and somebody's bothering you, then block them. If it's at home and they're in your personal space, then ask them to leave. If they don't leave, ask the police to help you. I don't care that they hate you. They have a free choice. And you shouldn't care if they hate you anyway. What do you care? You don't like them either. You hate them. So what? You don't like each other, you don't like each other. And there's plenty of people you don't have to like. There's plenty of people you don't have to like. And they don't have to like you. Nobody has to like you, and you don't have to care that they don't like you. Don't even let it bother you. YK. Don't even let it bother you. Be like, okay, you don't like me, so what? That's your loss. Tell them that's your loss. You don't like me? That's your loss. I don't care. So leave me alone then. If you don't like me, why are you bothering with me? Apparently they do like you, and that's why they keep bothering you. Because if they didn't like you, they wouldn't bother with you at all. At all. It's just like when you break up with somebody and you say, I don't care, I don't want to be with that person anymore. And then, but I'm going to send them this, and I'm going to respond to that, and I'm going to do this. Oh, yeah, okay, well, don't tell me you don't care, because you wouldn't respond at all if you didn't care. You hear that? You wouldn't cry you need closure. You wouldn't cry you wanted to talk to them. You wouldn't claim you want to tell them off. You wouldn't do anything. If you saw them even with another person, you wouldn't do anything because you don't care. Oh, there goes my landscaper. Oh, he looks tired. He's the only one around here. He's looking like, where's everybody else at? He's like, I gotta do this by myself? He looks tired. He's wiping his eyes. Oh, he's waiting to be picked up. So I thought I was going to have to throw my toaster away. And hold on one second, you guys. I thought I was going to have to throw this toaster away because it's a 4-slice toaster. And the one side wouldn't stay down when I used it. So the one side, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, this way. Can you see it? So the one side wouldn't stay down. So when I would push it down, see, won't stay down. But if I take it and I push it over to the right a little bit, then it stays down. So sometimes if that happens to you ever, this side works fine. But if that happens to you ever, sometimes it's just a matter of pushing the knob over a little bit when you're going to push it down. You might have to push it to the right a little bit in order to make it stick and work. So I watched that on a YouTube channel. I saw that. I typed it in on YouTube, how to fix my toaster won't stay down. Do I have a granddaughter? No, I have a grandson. I have a daughter and a grandson. But if somebody doesn't like you, YK, more than likely they're jealous of you. More than likely there's something about you that they do like, but they don't want to admit that. So they act like they don't like you. So don't worry about when people don't like you. There's a lot of people that aren't going to like you because they don't know you. Sometimes people just don't like you just because you're something that they don't think they could ever be, because they don't like that you can do something that they can't. Sometimes people don't like you because they didn't take the time to get to know you, or they're judging you by the outside and not by the inside. So they're working on the school. The news talks about the schools working on mandatory recess in the schools, saying that kids learn a lot better when they get at least an hour total a day of recess in the school. Even kids in China, which are known to have the best scores and statistics, they get breaks. They get a couple breaks a day in school. And they're saying that kids learn better, and it's been proven that they learn better when they get a break, because kids can't just sit there and be a puppet for you all day. Sit still, turn around, pick up your pencil, put it down, do this, do that. They can't do that all day. They're too little for that. They need a break. So I hope they do make it mandatory in every state. I hope they do. Do you notice almost every newscaster on the TV has these extensions that they put in under their hair to make their hair look fuller? Did you ever notice that? I'd be afraid the wind would blow and blow it right out of my head. Yeah, it's tough being a kid growing up. You heard the internet's going to shut down for weeks. I can't believe that would happen, because people order their food and everything on that. I don't know, where did you hear that to happen, in the U.S.? Yeah, I think so too, Susan. Hello, how are you? Israr, hello. Yeah, and even that's a long time. Sometimes it's 20 minutes. YK517, it was easier when you were younger. Yeah, when you're a little kid, it's easy. It's easy. Nobody judged anybody. Now, when you're a kid, if you're a little chubby, if you got pimples, if you got this, if you got that, if you don't wear the Nike shoes, or the Jordan, if you don't wear whatever, even Jordans, whatever, if you don't fit the so-called stereotype, if you don't fit into the crowd, the clique, then yeah, it's hard. People don't want to get to know you. But when you get older, you get a chance to, when you get older, you get a chance to go to school, and maybe one day you'll end up being their boss. Get paid $2,500 to watch Christmas movies. What? That's what it says. Different streaming services, including Disney Plus, Hulu, Netflix. Is listed in the Dream Job category on their website. You have to be 18 or older to go to Dream Job category on the website. Lindsay, go to Dream Job category on Disney's website, or Netflix website, or Hulu's website, and you'll get paid $2,500 to watch Christmas movies. $2,500 to watch Christmas movies. What? Nursing is my dream job, nursing. But I'm too old now to go back to school for nursing, so it will always be a dream in this lifetime. But thank you for asking. I spent 23 years total in the medical field and loved every minute of it. Angel said, what? Yeah, all you have to do is watch Christmas movies, and you get $2,500. I don't know how many you got to watch, but who cares? If you're home and you're not working, start watching damn movies and get paid $2,500. Yeah, right, thank you. Yes. Yeah, well, I thought about it. I start crying when I think about about doing that. I can't imagine. Are you? That's good, Ray. You're young yet. You're younger than me. 25 days, 25 movies. I believe it. Well, Cranky, you better tell her to sign up on that website. She can get $2,500. Just go to Disney's website. Well, thank you, Israr. Thank you. He's amazing every day, Tech. Every day, not just today. Oh, is she? That's nice. Ultrasound Tech. Ray, never. You ain't going back to school. You're not really. You weren't kid. You weren't serious. AJBH, too long, girl. Where you been? Missed you. I'm okay. I just got my blood work done today. See my arm? I got my blood work. I'm still waiting for it to stop bleeding. Probably did by now. I don't think it bled too much. I saw a little bit on the cotton ball. You're on TikTok? Do you watch me on TikTok? Do you watch my channel on TikTok? AJBH? Are you on my TikTok channel? You better be on my channel, girl. If you're on there a lot, you had to see me. You have a big channel there? Oh, I'm not younger than you. I'm 58 years old. You didn't know? Yeah, I think it's under H&G. I think it's HG Spirit Messages or something. Or look up my name, Helen. You'll see me. Israel, thank you. That's what I think it is. You do? Oh my gosh, I could use some subscribers. Can you help me? Hi, Sandra. Good morning. How are you? Are you getting your blood drawn tomorrow morning? That's good. How many followers? A little over 1,000. Maybe 2,000. I don't know, about 2,000, maybe three. I don't know. I should have a lot, like at least 2,000. How many you got? Like 20,000? 130? Are you stripping on there? Are you naked? Thank you, YK. I wanted to do that when I worked in a school. I wanted to do that so bad. I would love that. Sandra, I'm good. What's going on with you? Where you at? What state you in, Sandra? What state are you in? My YouTube channel is just about silly stuff. Just me smiling for pictures and using filters and words of encouragement. Sometimes I do tarot readings on there. Yes, thank you, Leo. Your algorithm's different than... Yeah, well, are you naked on there? Are you dancing on there or something? What are you doing on there, AJBH? You have another one with 60,000? Jesus. So what do you do? How do you get everybody to come on there? Oh, you're 57. See, I told you I'm older. I look late 40s. Oh, I wish. Thank you, Ray. I think you're handsome. Shame you don't live closer. We wouldn't be single anymore. Sandra, you're in New Jersey? Where at? North Jersey? Are you in North Jersey? Oh, Jackson. Jackson. Is that by Great Adventure, right? My channel's not about much. AJBH, what is your channel about? AJBH, you still here? Oh, you're 5 minutes from Great Adventure. So I'm about 20 minutes. I'm near Cinnaminson, New Jersey. I'm near Philadelphia by the bridge. Not far from the bridge. We're near Burlington. Did you ever hear of Burlington? Bordentown? Not far from Bordentown? Mm-hmm. Then he's in South Africa. So, AJ, what do you do on your channel? You ain't saying. Why is it a secret? What are you doing on your channel? You're in California? Oh, man. They said they just closed some kind of street or bridge or something in California. Angel, yeah. Absolutely. Oh, your daughter lives in Bordentown. Your son-in-law's in Riverside. That's nice. Riverside's very close to me. That's one hop, skip, and a jump. I am like 10 minutes from Riverside. I grew up in Riverside, actually. I went to St. Pete's School there for a while. And I did live in Bordentown at one time at Southgate Apartments in Bordentown. Hmm. And then I had a house on Crosswicks Avenue, a big house, a huge house. But I only stayed there a couple of years. Oh, you're in the UK, right? I didn't know that. Oh, boy. Worlds apart we are. I did not know you were in the UK. You mean you have an accent? Oh, boy. Bet you sound cute. Oh, nice, AJ. You gotta friend me so I could find you. Oh, the 10 freeway. Oh boy. Yeah, there's a big fire or something, right? Oh, I was talking to Carlos last night. He said to tell everybody hello. And then he missed you guys. He sorry he missed the Zoom. And he said hi, say hi to all of you. And he thinks you're sweet, Lindsay. Susan, me too. I'm like you. Yeah, Sandra. All right. Bye yet. Bye, YK. You take care. And don't worry about people not liking you. You just keep being yourself. Don't worry about other people, okay? Just love yourself. Others of people's opinions don't matter. Yeah, there is different sides to it. Oh boy. Your daughter's on Neck Road in Burlington or Bordentown? I know a Neck Road in Burlington, but I don't know about a Neck Road in Bordentown. Oh, is it, Leo? They were going to ban TikTok altogether. I don't know what happened. It's true, AJBH, just like one here. Same thing. Wow, you were born and bred there? That's crazy. Oh my gosh. I got to go for my fingerprints at 1:40. I got to keep watching the clock. Hey, Sue. How you doing? You tired? All that working? There's a nurse right there for you. There's Susan. She's a nurse. You got to go in a search for me, AJBH. Search for me. Search in Helen. Or search in HG. It's HG Spirit Messages. No and sign. Just HG Spirit Messages. You'll find me. Find me, friend me so I can friend you back and follow you back. Oh, it's Empress. You had a video go viral? Are you kidding? Oh, Burlington. Okay, I know where Neck Road is in Burlington. Very nice. I don't know why I thought you said Bordentown. Oh, my internet keeps going in and out. My internet. I don't know why it keeps messing up. Something with my internet keeps messing up. I don't know if they're working on it today or what. Who was? Oh, Shelly. Yeah, her mom is visiting. Her sister went back home. Yeah. Sandra, have you been on my channel before? Or is this your first time here? All right, Angel. Enjoy. Oh, thanks, Susan. Oh, Shelly's still here. She was... Sandra, are you still here? Maybe Sandra left? Whoa. What's that mean, Shelly? Till like April? April or May? She's there till like April or May? Like 6 months? Ooh. Oh, boy. I got my blood work done, Shelly. I got my blood work. They wanted to use this arm. I said, oh, no. That's the one I had my stent in. I said, oh, no. I don't know what I do with my hair tie. What did I do with my hair tie? All right, everybody. Well, everybody have a good day. I'll see you guys later. In a little while, I got to go do my fingerprints. When I come back from that, then I'll do a live. I'll come on. We'll be doing, I can't do roll of the dice because I can't find my damn dice. I don't know what I do with my dice. Can't find my dice. But if I find my dice, I might have my dice over there by my other computer. Otherwise, I'd like to do roll of the dice. And I also like to do pendulum because that's so much fun. So we will be doing, I'm going to leave it open. It's going to be open. Whatever you want to do, I'll do. So you let me know what your choice is for answers, and we will do it, whether it's pendulum, whether it's one question, whether it's 3-card messages, whether it's roll the dice, whether it's sticks, whatever your thing is, let me know and we'll do it. So I'll be back on later on today and we will get busy. All right, sending lots of love and light. See you guys after my fingerprints, and I'll talk to you soon.